Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mike. Finally back with an update. It's been like a month and a half probably since I've done any kind of updates. And that's mostly because I've been waiting on the block to come back from the machine shop for the bore and hone. And then he did the full assembly of the balancing the rotating assembly. So I finally got it back today and I got it up on the engine stand. So I'll flip you around here and show you what we got. Finally back. It took a lot longer than expected, but it's here. Finally. Got the pistons all installed. The crank's been polished. So just a quick rundown of what I've got going on here. The crank has been polished. Full balance of the rotating assembly and bore and hone for the new pistons. These are Wiseco 12.5 to 1 pistons. You can see they got a little bit of a dome on them there. It's going to have some nice compression. It has Callies Comp Star rods in it. I'll flip it over so you can see those. So you got the Comp Star H-beam rods. It's all been checked for proper clearances, and it's finally here. I'm getting excited about it. He said it balanced out perfect. He said this thing will be able to turn some RPM, so I'm looking forward to that. And it's about time to start doing the assembly now. All right, so just kind of a quick rundown on what took so long. And if I look like I'm bundled up like a marshmallow, it's because it's freezing cold out here. So I'm gonna make this kind of short because it's cold. It took a while because what happened was I bought this block from a buddy of mine, and it was just a block that he had bought from somebody else and had sitting in his garage. So he sold it to me, and I took it up. I had planned, because it's supposed to be an 84 millimeter bore, so I bought some 84.5 millimeter pistons for it. Took it to the machine shop. It took him about 3 weeks to get it in, and once he got it in, he ended up putting the mic on it, and it was already had been bored in the past, so my pistons were not going to fit with the proper piston wall clearance and things of that nature. So what I ended up having to do was I returned those pistons to 4 Pistons Racing and got them swapped out for the 85 millimeter pistons. So that's what kind of took so long. And then after I got them back to him, it took him about another 2 weeks to be able to get to it again so he could start doing the work on it. But it's all done. He said it all turned out looking real nice. Like I said, I'll show you some more close-ups of it again. And that's kind of where I'm at on update. I've also kind of switched gears on the route that I'm going with this car. So originally, I was kind of building it to be just as fast as possible and be something I'd drag race and maybe drive every now and then. The problem with that is here in Arkansas, there's not really any import classes that run anymore, or many imports in general that run out here. So I feel like it's going to be a waste of my time and my money, mostly, for me to be building it just for a drag car. I mean, it would be fun, yeah, to go every now and then, but I'm not going to be going that often. If I wanted to run in classes, I'd have to run bracket classes, which is not really something I'm interested in doing, is bracket racing. So now the new plan is to kind of do like a restoration on the whole car. So I'm going to be doing the whole entire car now. I'm planning on doing the full interior restoration, exterior, the engine bay, you know, obviously the motor, full suspension overhaul. I'm going to do everything all the way around. I'm going to pull it all off, get it sandblasted and powder coated or painted, and then I'll put it back on, like all the trailing arms and all the control arms, and I'm going to do a, you know, coilover kit and all that stuff. I'm going to do all new bushings all the way around. I'm going to shave the engine bay here before too long up where I work at. I'm the assistant manager of a shop. We have like 5 bays, and we have, you know, welders set up. So I plan on towing the car up there. Since it doesn't have the engine in it, I'm going to strip all the brake lines off, take everything out, all the suspension out, and I'm going to, my buddy and myself are going to end up doing an engine bay shave on it, which I think will look kind of cool. I'm going to relocate the fuse box inside the cab. I'm also going to relocate the battery, probably. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it at, if I'm going to do it in the fender well, or if I'm going to move it inside of the vehicle. I'm going to do a wiring harness tuck, and I'm also going to do a brake line tuck. I think that would look cool. It's just going to be something kind of cool for me to drive around, and it'd be like a brand new 95 Honda Civic from back in the day with obviously now a little bit of an overkill of an engine, but it's going to have a B20 Vtec, as you already know, with 12.5 or so to 1 compression, and I'm going to run it on E85. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the build and the gears I've kind of swapped to, as opposed to building it as just a drag car. So I won't be stripping it all the way out. I won't have any rear interior. I plan on just completely removing the rear interior and then getting all new front interior. I want to do like some Integra seats. I'm gonna get some new black carpet in there, and then I want to either do black interior swap on the dash and door panels and stuff, or I'll do the vinyl paint on them if I can make it turn out decent looking. I don't want to do it if it looks like trash. So maybe some input on that would be good. I've done it before on another car, and it turned out pretty good. So I don't know if anybody has any input on that. Tell me what their experience is with it, or if they know of a better option. So I want to switch the interior to black. What else do I got? Yeah. And then I just want it to be, like I said, a modified, brand new Honda Civic is what I want it to be like whenever I get all done with it. So it has a power steering rack in it right now, and I bought a power steering loop from Finishing Line, so I can loop that and it'll have manual steering. I've gotten rid of AC. It won't have AC. I've gotten rid of cruise control. I plan on, it's an EX, so it has a sunroof and power windows. Here, whenever it gets a little nicer outside, I'll take you out there and I'll do a walk around in the car. But I plan on restoring the power windows and the sunroof if they're not working. I haven't actually been able to try them to see if they work. I bought the car just like it is and haven't really touched the car at all, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, that's kind of the plan with it. So I'll show you the engine again and then kind of show you the head and where I'm at with that. On the head, I've got it fully assembled except for one intake valve and valve spring and retainer. And that's because, don't be like me, but whenever I was putting the valve springs and retainers in, I don't know what I was thinking. I popped on the valve seal and I forgot to put the bottom keeper in there, or the bottom retainer in for the valve spring, the seat. So I ended up trying to take it off, and whenever I tried to take it off, it destroyed it. So I've got some new ones coming for that. That'll be here tomorrow or Monday, and whenever I get that, I'll be able to finish putting the head together so that I can finally have it fully assembled. So, and I'll be able to put the rockers and stuff back in there, because those have been apart for a little while. I'll kind of show you what I got on that. I think I've already done kind of a run through of all the parts I have, but I've got some ARP head studs already here that I'll be putting on there here pretty quick. I want to put those in, and I want to set the head on. I want to do a piston to valve clearance just to make sure I'm good, which I think I will be, but these are pretty, got some decent domes on them, these pistons do, so I just want to make sure I'm completely good no matter where my cams are at. Once I get that the piston to valve clearance checked, I will end up putting the head on there for the final time to green the cams and all that good stuff. So what else? I've already got an oil pump, so I got an ACL race pump, so I'm good to go on that. I'll put that on there. I had a head gasket already because I ordered it for my 84.5mm pistons, and since those pistons I ended up having to go up to 85mm, this head gasket's not going to work for me, so I've already ordered a new head gasket. It'll also be here Monday, so I'll plan on doing that. And then I think I've already gone over it, but I got the Skunk 2 Tuner 3 cams and the Skunk 2 cam gears. So I'll be putting that on there as well. And then, like I said, I'll be degreeing the cam. I got to get me a degree kit and stuff like that. I don't have one of those currently. So what else do I have? I still need to get me a water pump and a front main seal, rear main seal, cam seals. What else? I don't know. Let's just look it over and see what else we got. So the block was super dirty. He did it. He ran it in the vat and he kind of cleaned it up. There's still some spots that I want to address, cleaning up there. It came out decently clean, but what I plan on doing is getting it all kind of together, and I'm going to tape everything up. And I'm going to do some flat aluminum high temp paint on there, so it just looks like a brand new aluminum block. So it has a little more of a clean look to it, you know, especially since I'm going the route that I'm going now instead of just going full race. The back of the motor didn't clean up nearly as well. He said he thinks that somebody must have smoked the clutch in this car back in the day because he could not get the bell housing clean at all. I know it's not great light, but you can kind of see that there. But yeah, I mean, overall it turned out good. He said the motor bounced out perfect. Let me see if I can hold this in, turn over the motor. Oh, so you can kind of see it turning over here, but everything turned out real good other than that though. So it's got some, I love them pistons, man. That's gonna be awesome. Like I said, those things got some domes on them. It won't focus on it, but you get the picture. Yep. I'm gonna run, it's gonna be the Speed Factory 40 thousandths head gasket, a little bit thicker head gasket, so I can make sure I don't have any issues because the pistons do stick up just a tiny bit out of the block. So I'm gonna run a little bit of a thicker head gasket on there to make sure I don't have any issues with that. But yeah, man, let me see if I'll roll it over and you can see those rods going up and down. I spend enough money on them, might as well see them go up and down. Oh yeah, put this dowel pin back in here. Yep, there it is. All good. It's already all been torqued down and ready to roll as far as that goes, so it won't be long before I start putting it together. My updates might be a little slower because I'm in the process. Well, not technically in the process, but I'll be moving here pretty soon. I'll be moving back into another house with a garage, so I won't have to be out here in the shed trying to work on a motor, you know. And so I'm kind of planning on doing all the stuff I want to do to the chassis in between now and then, or a lot of it, so that I can build the car inside of a garage instead of out here in the shed and in the grass. So over here to my head. So there's the head. You can see it's fully assembled. Like I said, I've got a new valve seal coming in. Then I'll put in my last valve spring retainer. Still got my last valve sitting over here, and then I'll assemble all the rest of this here. So it's been a lot longer in between processes of doing things than I thought it would be. And it's mostly because I've been waiting on machine shops and stuff like that. And then the little issue that we ran into with pistons. So we are where we are, though. So yeah, that's kind of my update for now. So not necessarily a show car, but I want it to look like a really nice car. You know, something I really put some time into and some thought process into it. Like I said, I want the engine. I'm going to get the car freshly repainted at some point. But I'm going to get the engine bay completely cleaned up, shaved, and then I'll do the body filler and sanding myself. And then I will be, I'm going to paint the engine bay because I don't want to, it's going to be a little while before I get the car painted. I'm going to paint the engine bay myself with whatever color I go with on the car, which is probably going to be white because I don't want to have to pay to get the car rejammed. And it came originally white, so I'll probably go back to the original white that it had. And I plan on, like I said, doing the shave and body filler, sanding, and then I'm going to go in, excuse me, with some 2K mixed up, so some of the paint match paint in a rattle can, the 2K version, and I'll do a few coats of that, and then I'll clear over it. So I've had really good success with doing that in the past, so that's the plan for this one too, because it's cheaper and I can get it done without having to get the whole car done, you know. So, and I'm already gonna have the brake lines out and everything like that, so I'm pretty excited about the brake lines. Doing the brake line tuck, it looks really nice from what I've seen online. And then the wire tuck, I'm probably gonna do either rye wire or maybe even Jack Spaney. I don't know. I'm not trying to go crazy on budget because I mean, I'm just gonna be driving the car, but I want it to be pretty nice and have a nice tucked away look. And I'm doing wire tuck everything else, all the headlights and all that stuff myself. So yeah. The other thing I got is the valve cover here. If anybody has any input on a color I should do the valve cover, I was thinking white. I don't know, I just always thought a white valve cover looked cool. And I've never actually had on mine. All my other ones, I had a red one and a black one. And I thought a white one would look kind of cool in there. With I'm going to do like a catch can, you know, with black hoses and all that stuff. So I don't know, the car will be white. So it'll have white with black trim. And I think that would look nice. And I think in the beginning, I'm going to put some mesh, the LS mesh wheels on there. It's kind of what I'm thinking for now. And then eventually get me some nicer wheels later on down the road. But like I said, this can be a car that I'll maybe not every day daily drive, but I'm going to daily drive it pretty often. So I want something that's not crazy expensive and it still looks nice. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So that's pretty much my update. I don't have anything else new in here. The transmission, I don't know if I've showed it before. Let me flip you around. It's a B16 LSD transmission. It has a broken mount on it though on the case. So I'm gonna have to, I think I found one. I got a guy down the road from me, actually. I posted on a Facebook group here in Arkansas, and a guy down the road said he had one, a case for me. So I think he's wanting a little more than I really want to spend, but I can't find him anywhere else. I found him on eBay, but people still want the same amount. His is in really good shape. It's real clean. So I'm gonna, after I get this motor kind of put back together and off the table, I'm gonna take this transmission apart and I'll replace the synchros and the sliders in there and all that good stuff, so it can be refreshed. And I'm also going to paint it as well. So yeah, my next thing would be, though, like I said, to get the new outside casing, and then get all that stuff cleaned up, and the synchros and sliders replaced. So that I don't know what kind of condition this transmission is in for sure, because I haven't I bought it just like it sits. So yeah, but it is an LSD tranny. I don't know if you can see there. Yep, LSD tranny. So it should be pretty nice. This thing's gonna run really well for a daily driver. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. My goal, I guess, if I was going to put a number on it today, I would say like 255 to 260 to the wheels. I think that'd be fun for a daily driver. And it might make a little less than that if I'm trying to make it more dependable. So, but we'll see where it goes. But appreciate you watching. Follow along. Like I said, I'm going to be making some progress on actually assembling the motor. I'll do some videos of me assembling the rest of the motor here before too long, once I get the rest of my little parts in. And yeah, so hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.